Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is an M40 M43, the Tier 8 American SPG, and we're on the south spawn of Abbey. Yep, and if you look at the sides of that vehicle, you can see a cat, a fire cat, because this is being commanded by Firekitty. Yep, it's an M40 you've seen before, and this time it's got a mark of excellence on the barrel. So Firekitty has been busy at work. And she's headed off into the bushes, or rather behind the bushes, and I think she's now going to set up and start looking for a target. Okay, she's looking down the approach road to the Abbey. She's still not loaded. Whoa, there's some fences being destroyed. Something's going on. Yes, there's a Lorraine 40T, but Firekitty's not loaded, so she can't shoot at it. Trying to get a bead on him. Round out. Oh, she stunned him. Dangerous French Tier 8 autoloader, that Lorraine. It's got a really good gun. Pretty naff armour though. Okay, T-29 on the east side of the battlefield. But it looks like Firekitty is trying for a quick counter battery. She's looking in the most usual places that Arty sets up. No sign of tracer. Nope. No sign of tracer at all. But there is a Scorpion G here, hiding in a little cul-de-sac, a little dead end, over on the west side of the map. And there's a Wizzy 111, and no, he's not alone, that Scorpion. There's an Oni and a T-29 and a KV-4, and that round goes in and really hurts the Oni, stuns most of the others as well in the process, and gets a bit of the Scorpion G. Now Firekitty's going back to her counter battery because she's got a long time to wait before her 8-inch howitzer reloads. So not all of the M40s and M43s that were built with the 8-inch howitzer. Some actually had the 155mm M1A1 long tom gun, the one that's on the M12. But they were designed so that the gun was interchangeable, so they could actually swap an 8-inch howitzer onto the chassis that originally had a 155. Okay, so going back to that Lorraine 40T, it's still in the Abbey, she's styling in the aim. Rounds out. Dead 40T! He's back in the garage. That was a beautiful shot. Perfectly executed. The shell went down the narrow gap between the buildings and took out the 40T. Okay, we've got a Wizzy 111, a T-29, and Oni. Now, it looks to me like that T-29 was cracked, but he's now out of the game. He's been taken out by the Wizzy 111, who's now facing off against the Scorpion G and the Oni. Right, looks like Firekitty's going to go for the Scorpion G. Rounds out. No, the Scorpion G pulled away. She did get some damage on the Scorpion by splash, and she certainly stunned him. But it pulled back before the shell arrived, so that's unfortunate. Okay, we've got a KV-4 in that western pass, the second pass, the lower pass, or the higher pass actually, I suppose. But Firekitty's looking to go after that Scorpion G and the Oni again. They're being a real problem because they've taken out the Wizzy 111. And the T-29's come up, and he's putting some holes in that Oni. I think Firekitty's splash will be enough to take out that Oni now. Round out. Direct hit. 13 hit points, but she takes the Oni out of the game, forces the Scorpion to back away. And he's been taken out. He's been taken out by the T-29. Now that KV-4 is being pressured from both sides by a T-29 who's actually turned blue, and a T-34-100 behind him, but that T-34-100 really hasn't got the armour to survive against the KV-4, and he's been taken out. Okay, we've got a T-20 and an E-25 fighting it off face to face here. Doesn't look good here. Ooh. Well, Firekitty's aiming, she's loaded, but she can't fire because of her teammate. She does fire now, and she takes out the T-20. And I think the E25 was taken out by the Lorraine that was actually up on top of the Abbey. But Firekitty's reloading. She's paying attention to that KV4. She's now got 3 kills, so she is the score leader. I do happen to know that Firekitty's actually got a bet with her husband over who can actually score the highest amount of damage. Not sure if she's won it yet, but I'm sure she will. I have confidence that she's a really good Arty player. Right, rounds out on the KV4. She splashes him. The shell lands right behind the KV4, stuns him, and does 116 hit points of damage. But that KV4 has been forced over the edge. He's only got 85 hit points left. The scores are even at the moment, so it's anybody's guess. But I think that Comet's got the advantage because he's got most of his health. And I'm pretty sure that KV4 is looking and waiting for the Comet to poke his head round and finish him off. But in the meantime, the KV4 is going to try and get across the water. It's a bit dangerous there because it is fairly deep, but Firekitty finishes him off because he's rather slow when he's going across the water, and Firekitty took that opportunity to terminate his game. Right, we've got an M12 and an SU-14-2. Now the school bus is moving away, but the M12 is rather stationary. So Firekitty's loading up. And you can see that they weren't in the usual spots. They're actually between the usual spots for Arty. Some players like to do that because it's away from the most viewed areas for counter battery. Now we're presuming that M12 is still there. I think he probably is. Rounds out. Oh, it fell short. That's RNG for you. She aimed it perfectly at the M12, but the round decided it was going to go elsewhere. Right, Scorpion G making its way past all those wrecks. We've got an E25 and he's coming up to the cap. Now Firekitty is in danger because she's not loaded. She will be loaded. The E25 decided to break off and go round to the east side of the map. There's a Lorraine 550 there and the Comet's turning up. So it depends on if the E25 goes for the 155. Ow! Wow! She took him out with a splash shot. 247 hit points, but she splashed him to death. Great shooting. Unfortunately, he did get the 15550. Or in fact, actually, no. The school bus got the 15550. The enemy school bus. Now, we know he was headed west last time he was seen. The scores are still even, although the enemy still has his M12 and his school bus. Whilst Firekitty's team have a Scorpion, a Comet, and herself, of course. And the enemy just lost their M12, who was a bit too exposed. Right, Firekitty's been seen. She needs to move. Needs to get out of there. And she's been seen by the M40 on the enemy team. That's the same guy who took out the E25. Her E25, rather, not the enemy E25. She is loaded, so she can do a counter battery if necessary. The enemy is coming up, is coming around. Now she's got the Comet for protection, and she's been requested to platoon with the Scorpion G. And she has platooned. So there's potential brothers in arms here because they do have enough hit point, enough kills. And she get that one. Oh, lovely! She's got a fire. It's burning. He can't have a fire extinguisher. It would have gone off. He would have used it. And he's burned to death! Yes, she's got the kill! 708 hit points off one shot. That was brilliant. And that ends the game. Wonderful. 10 kills between them. Fantastic last shot. Let's have a look at the end of battle scores. And it's a second-class tanker for Firekitty in the M40, M43. She also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, crew incapacitations or module damage. She got 17 in that battle. She got 4 alone off the Lorraine 40T. In that last, probably that last shot actually. I don't know if that was the one in the Abbey or the one by the riverside. but she did set fire to the 40T because she's got an arsonist medal, and she picked up a Gore's medal. She did more damage, than exceeding 10 times the hit points of her own vehicle. And of course, because she platooned with the Scorpion G and they both have more than 3 kills, she picks up her brothers in arms as well, or rather sister in arms. And because she had more than at least 6 kills, she got a top gun as well with that last shot on the Lorraine 40T. So that's a brilliant ending to the battle. Let's have a look at the scores. Well, she came top naturally with damage, 3,229 hit points of damage. In fact, surprising that that's not a high caliber, but that might be down to the fact that it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit points. She came top when it came to kills with 6, and that was the highest in any of the teams, or both teams. And she came second when it came to base experience points of 957. She was topped by the Scorpion, who had 1074. If we look at the detail report, wow. Firekitty fired 11 rounds. She got 5 direct hits, 5 penetration, 8 splash, 3,229 hit points of damage, of which 1,820 were at more than 300 meters, which just goes to show how much of the damage she did. At least 1,004, just under 1,400 hit points. No, just over 1,400 hit points. What am I saying? Were at less than 300 meters range, and that means that obviously referring to the kill on the E25 and the Lorraine. If we look at the, she hit 9 of the enemy and killed 6 of them. She also did damage assistance of 138 hit points and caused 8 stuns. On a premium account, she earned 37,473 credits, and after ammunition resupply, because it was the 8-inch shells and they are fairly expensive, 2,000 credits a shot, she actually ended up with 22,149 credits, which is still a decent amount. She earned XP of 1,436, and there's a holiday bonus which is missing here from this screen, so she actually took away 1,637 experience points in total. So well done there, Firekitty. That's a pretty good haul of medals, scores, BIA and Top Gun. And you certainly showed your husband that, yes, you can deal a lot of damage. And I'm sure you're going to win that bet very soon and tell us that you did. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in my next video.